I'm Patrick Reed from the Adamus Principle. Lots to talk about today. As ever, it just gets weirder and weirder. This retail trading madness, it's just taken over. I mean, look at the FOMO, a twisted new kind of FOMO in stocks. And stocks are really leading this risk-on rally. But the currencies are not, especially emerging markets, not really concurring with this. So bit of a divergence, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So big day today about the bonds, the Eurobond plan and package, Macron and Merkel. But you know, you've got the frugal four against this, or certainly they'll be having something to say about it, and it needs a strong, or it needs a unanimous vote. So let's look at the first chart, euro-dollar. Okay, euro-dollar here, this 111.76, quite a big level. There is a massive level on the daily, not reflected in this chart. This is the 4 hourly, but the daily chart is 111.88. Bit of a mid-Bollinger Band and a Fibonacci as well. But you know, we are fairly subdued today. Let's look for the tweets and comments coming out of the live squawks and the round squawks of this world. But the longer we stay, this is a bit of a flag here, kind of bullish. But I would expect this to stay above 111.76 minimum, absolutely minimum. So the next slide, we've got Aussie dollar. Okay, yeah, it's looking that we have got a bit of a bounce on the dollar, bit of a reprieve for all of these dollar bears, bit of a bounce there. Aussie, you know, China's still a bit of a risk. There's Taiwan, there's Hong Kong, it's not going away. There is this kind of tete-a-tete with Pompei and China. This wolf diplomacy now in full effect. So there was a recent, I think it was last week, a recent suggestion that students in Australia, this is from China, students in Australia should consider carefully on joining Australian universities. So this is just something that will increase. Aussie dollar topping out a slight touch there, not quite reversing. We could, if we go above the 68.85, we could test the mother of all levels, which is basically 70.30. 70.30. Now, dollar yen, next slide. Dollar yen, look, it's looking a bit heavy. Still very, very subdued price action, but 106.73, the one to crack. And if it does, it's all yours, all the way down to 105.45. So I'm going to look at CAD yen now. Now, CAD yen's looking slightly consolidating, but slightly off, just off the highs there. We did look, you know, there was a break lower, but we really need to stay above this 78.34 for more upside. Expect some stands at 79.96 or even 80. So we have got a bit of a trend channel, a little bit of a flag there. But all is to play for. Quite complicated because you've got dollar CAD and the price of oil as well affecting this move. So finally, we've got ZAR yen. This is rand yen, looking pretty soft. And you know, if you look at some of the emerging markets like rands in general, like dollar rands and obviously dollar mex, they're not really concurring with the risk on equities price at the moment. So this divergence, this spread could widen. If it does, I know who I'd be believing. That's emerging markets, not equities, that's for sure. So that's it from me. My name's Patrick Reed, Adamus Principle. What I will say is I'm trying not to buy dips in any, or see any value in buying dips in equities. Just be careful of FOMO. I see it really extended. I don't see yields on the 10-year or 30-year, or currencies for that matter, reflecting this risk. And all in all, I'm just, you know, it is the near to the weekend, so you'll be getting a lot of profit taking. But happy trading and still stay safe. Watch that risk, and I hope these charts have been helpful. My name is Patrick Reed from Adamus Principle.